and hat tip to Reince Priebus, Mr. Wisconsin over there, for highlighting some of this. In Kenosha, which is a swingier part of the state, Donald Trump carried it just by 50%, 50.7% last time around. He's up 7 points. Harris down 5 points from where she was. That's significantly below the benchmark. This is one we've been looking for as well in the western part of the state, South County. Again, Harris a little below the benchmark. And up here, Door County, this is one that people love to talk about as the classic bellwether type county. Donald Trump right now a little bit up in this county. The numbers are small. We're not talking about huge counties, but as the numbers come in, we're seeing Trump continue to hit numbers. Waukesha County, which is in the suburbs there, Trump just slightly below the benchmark. A lot of vote still to go. Again, we've got less than a third of it in, and a lot of it is going to be the early vote, but it looks like it's going to be a tight race there. And you're right, David, especially if Georgia fades a little bit toward Donald Trump, and North Carolina trends there as well. That really leaves Harris with that path that you guys were just talking about that includes Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, all of which he's leading now, at least numerically.
But it's not an easy path, if that's your only path. And Wisconsin, I took note of all the counties you just showed. She's almost hitting her benchmark, but Donald Trump is surpassing his benchmark. They're small counties. We're not talking about huge amounts of vote, but in every one of those counties you just showed, Donald Trump was slightly above his benchmark in each of those Wisconsin counties. Let's go to Deborah Roberts, who's on the ground in Wisconsin. Deborah, what are authorities telling you there?
Hey, David. Well, once again, they're expecting that Wisconsin will keep us on the edge of our seats until late into the night because, as you mentioned, those absentee ballots tend to come in a little bit later, and that happens in Milwaukee. They get a lot of those absentee ballots. But where I am here tonight in Madison, which is a university town, might be the one place that Harris may be able to pick up a little bit of good news because the University of Wisconsin is hearing those young voters, those first-time voters tell me today that they're really energized. I spent the morning at University of Wisconsin in the classroom of Professor Allison Prash. She teaches a presidential rhetoric class, and the students there told me they became more energized over the last couple of weeks because they just didn't like what they were hearing from the Trump campaign. Also, I should tell you that this particular city has just seen tremendous growth over the last few years, and a lot of those folks who have moved in here have been highly educated, blue-leaning voters, so this is becoming a much deeper blue part of the state too, so that might cut into some of those margins that Trump might have in those red counties. So this might be the place where Harris might find a little bit of good news with those youth voters, like around the country. They've been standing in lines today, waiting to vote. So we'll see what it actually produces as the night goes on. But waiting for those absentee ballots to be processed, that is the thing that takes so long. So that will keep us sort of waiting throughout the night. But they tell us that it's moving along smoothly. They had a small snafu earlier, but it was
Donald Trump, as you know, to win, candidate needs 270. And one more note from New York, the Equal Rights Proposition, which adds new anti-discrimination protections to the state's constitution, is projected to pass. New York is one of the 10 states with abortion-related initiatives on the ballot. Let's check in now on battleground Pennsylvania. We'll see Kamala Harris at 50%, Donald Trump 49.1. It's close, 41% of the vote that's in. Let's head to Matt Gutman now. He's in Philly tonight. Matt, we're seeing roughly 22% of the vote now. Vice President Kamala Harris seems to be holding on to her lead over the former president. As we know, Pennsylvania has the most electoral votes of any swing state, Matt.
19 of them, Kira, and the math doesn't work for either candidate unless they win Pennsylvania. And Kamala Harris jumped out to a very big and early lead. That has dwindled to what we are seeing right now. And this is why there's so much focus tonight on the count, when it will be done. Governor Josh Shapiro telling me 2 days ago and coming out again saying, we aim first to be accurate. That is the most important. But everybody knows here that there is this dissonance at play. They've got to be fast and accurate. In 2020, it took them 5 days to tabulate the entire vote. They now hope to do it in a much shorter amount of time. All the counties here have committed to not stopping the count until they are fully done. Every vote is tabulated. Kira.
Our Matt Gutman from historic Philadelphia. Thanks, Matt. I'm Kira Phillips. Glad you're with us tonight. I hope you'll stay with ABC News. Our team is bringing you election results all throughout the night, led by David Muir. Don't go far. Our race for the White House coverage continues.
We shared a strange, unusual experience, but seeing you here tonight just opens my heart up again.